Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a sis by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture me, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never look luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my back.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the London Black Knights and the Kansas City Chiefs. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4.
Monday down. Everyone's White Monday.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. On the stop, Breeland Speaks.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in for the touchdown. Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up the touchdown on the opening drive.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Caught, Kelce, left side. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Ready. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30-31-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Good break up, baby. All day. Keep breaking the balls up. Shut down. Shut down. Hey. You got 3. Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And Butker pulled it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate, and in doing so, sent this one off target.
And now back out comes the offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr maybe with a free play. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Down! 180! Push it up! White Monday, down!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Chris Jones on the stop.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Purdue, 6:37.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. This is caught inside the 15. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it's London football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Carr. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Julius Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now the ball comes loose. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And going deep for Hill. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Complete to the tight end, Jace Amaro. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
OP.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And a little floater there is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Carr. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
I remember Philip Dorsett coming out of the University of Miami, ready to hit the league. All we talked about was speed, speed, speed. Just throw it to him, and you've got a great chance at a completion, but not that time.
Not that time. They tried it deep downfield with his speed, but incomplete. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Complete to Amaro on the right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll give it to him right up the gut, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Carr now to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jay Samaro, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball, they can go to that play action pass. You see the end result. Usually a touchdown.
Is that harder? Is the play fake harder to defend for the defense near the goal line or no? Because there's not as much room to work with?
It is harder because down near the goal line, you're thinking much more of a running play, especially if people run out big formations. So it is harder to defend.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Go Chief.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Alert, alert. 3 down.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly... And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs' offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
You got 3 down.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll toss it to Hunt. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And they'll go on the ground. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Justin Houston leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Carr. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Here's Thomas. So that one will be accepted. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 34.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And it's up and good. A third quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
switch.
White.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And the defense almost got one there, partner.
That could have been his first pick. He's been good so far, but you're right, that was nearly a costly mistake.
Sometimes you get a little bit too confident when the game's going along as it has been for him.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
7:34. Go Chief.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Carr now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
We're good. Yes, sir.
And they'll run it here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
4 down, check. 4 down. Check.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Hey.
Get set. 180.
Tighten up.
On second down, here's Carr. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
4 down.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We're back now in KC, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.